Bom, agora vamos voltar pro castelo aqui e ver o que eles vão fazer. Como é que tá minha espada? 95, bem de boa.
What can I do?
Tá minhas armaduras.
Fucking shavings. I'd like to. Here. Many thanks. Great. Happy to be of service. Take care, sir.
Nice. Esse lugar aqui é mais fortificado, né?
Excuse me?
Tá mais em cima a minha cama ainda. Aonde? Será que é aqui?
You're bleeding. Do you need some help?
No thanks. I'm just fine.
Será que minha cama tá numa torre dessa?
So,
Yes,
I can...
they want my. No, you want game
So I can...
from it?
I've got...
Hey? Well,
Deixa eu ver essa linguiça aí. Ah, ela aumenta energia também.
whacker.
Mein Gott.
No chance.
I'd like to learn...
Das ist kein Problem.
I'd like...
Das ist kein Problem.
Não consegui andar. Na verdade. Tá, eu preciso... Será que é aqui? Pô, de novo esse cara.
You don't look too good. You should see the sawbones.
I'm sorry.
É aqui.
What do you make of this?
He's unquestionably, he rambles on, although otherwise, if a little,
I agree. And he's got...
he said,
What happened?
it was a,
Did anything happen?
no, they treated,
What did they do?
nothing, they took care of my wounds, but they treated me decent. Only
What...
did I was actually, I'd have, and a but,
Great.
you can be, I'll even up,
They didn't...
no, but like a,
What did...
just the usual, they bit about
And what did he...
Nothing that he...
And did he...
I think...
My word. The main...
Indeed.
Finalmente dormi. Ah, tô aqui, né? Acho que agora tá todo mundo dormindo. Não posso falar com ela. Mais um.
Excuse me.
So, I'm back.
You came at the right time.
Boa.
Welcome to Sukdal, Lord von Bergow. Despite the
Peraí.
circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners...
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Just a beating? What about breaking a... You yourself forced me and Capon to do similar things when you brought that captive to Trusky.
Forced you? Should I tell the gentleman...
You just keep your fucking gob shut until someone asks.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. A nice coat, and a smug face.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my...
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not... And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me.
This is unbelievable. He's lost everything, but he still thinks he can push us around.
Well, he's right, though. He is one of Sigismund's...
You're buying that? He thought when he gets here they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and the Obst won't find... Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund...
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotsnov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents... Lord Capon!
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lord...
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
Seriously?
Are you not glad? I thought that was what you were after the whole...
I don't think Henry shares your sense of politics, sir.
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running...
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborj.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mintmaster, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to?
God and me.
Oh, pardon me.
Not all young noblewomen devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after... St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court.
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Christian Pisek is the steward at the Italian court.
Perhaps. But my brother's never been easy to deal with. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope. It's just that you can't trust...
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very...
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly!
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to...
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court? Along... No one knows them. No one has ever seen them. and very few understand their language.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound...
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not? I had a feeling you were not concerned about a few corpses. At Maleshov, you slaughtered the whole village.
Jesus! Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for him.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid idea.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe
He'll tell us to kiss his arse.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him.
But what do we do with the...
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men...
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense.
All right. Let's say we get inside with the legate.
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take...
me.
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to him.
May God look the...
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside. Prepare the ground for dig.
That's damned
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over.
What if the legate...
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else... Like, Godwin, eh?
Hold on. I'm not gonna...
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the... We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll...
All right. I can't think of...
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of...
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand.
No offense, my lady, but you'll...
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace?
All right. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest.
So that's that then. Let's get to work.
É.
Do you really... You'll need a big dose of luck. Normally, careful arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several... but we don't have
What are we gonna...
Don't count your chickens. If you really do get your hands on the silver, you need to get away with it first. Or do you have any...
Samuel's people were hiding licked. I'm sure they earned...
You're thinking of those who are most in need. Excellent.
Lady Rosa seemed right at her.
That she did. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal... Had she been born a boy, Ruthard would...
Do you also find it strange?
Indeed I do. But the king's position in the country is even more precarious than...
But what would von Bergow stand to gain?
That I do not know. And I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing about...
I thought people like you would abhor defect...
I abhor the killing of innocents and the burning of...
You know how many of us there were? We had to lure some of the defenders out.
I cannot deny that I am... I wonder if you know the...
I reckon it just depends on your point of view. A common murderer.
So you know what to look out for the longer you are under the influence of Jan Žižka.
That's enough. You still have your head on your shoulders, so don't...
What's the matter? You don't think twice? Maybe you're not cut out for all this.
I'd never have thought it'd be so easy. Get first Istvan Toth, now you. And tomorrow...
By tomorrow, you may all be dead.
Would you like to know how Istvan died? What it sounded like when he fell out of that window and got smashed on the rocks below the tower.
You seem to be laboring under the knife. You killed a murderer and a fool. All you achieved by...
Don't try that tough talk on me. Of not being firmly in charge for once. You had to dance...
An interesting idea. I will remember it when I am dining with Lord Pisek.
Filho da puta.
I hope it's not too comfortable for you.
No need to worry, lad. Being under one roof with Žižka...
You pretend to be the Lord of Lords, but had no
I would feel more ashamed
if I learned you laid one...
Calm down, Sir Knight. There were many in Kuttenberg looking for a way to blackmail, and a pretty young daughter like that is the
First you have Ruthard in prison.
Can you imagine? Moreover, that Ruthard girl is a and so were you.
That's none of your business.
So be it. But I advise...
I hope she's been treated...
Don't worry.
Is there anything I can do to make your stay in Sukdal more tolerable?
Well, you could send Žižka, Kunstad, and their gang away from here. But I have a feeling you couldn't do that even if you wanted to.
Well...
That's all right, Sir Peter. A bed will suffice for now.
I had a chamber prepared for you. And if it doesn't offend you, you're invited to my table.
I will be delighted to accept your offer. If your supplies will stretch to me as well as the army of the Obstai. By the way, when will I finally get to see this army?
You personally? Never with a bit of luck. But I have to place a goal.
Tá muito bonzinho com ele, né?
Of course. I know how these things go.
Is there anything else?
Yes.
How does von Bergow seem to you?
W tobie mam Bergowa. Ale piękna, młoda. Wzór... Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją prze...
Is he talking about...
Fazer uma coisinha. Eu prefiro a Catherine.
Looks like the two of them.
Lucky me.
Aren't you looking for...
You're observant. When they captured Pa...
He didn't come to capture you...
No. And that really... After what you did to Malashov, we may have lost everything.
How do we even get in...
At midnight, you climb onto the battlements, turn on your heel 3 times, say the magic formula, and it...
What?
I've told you, haven't I? Via this...
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in...
Actually...
Derrubei ela. Esse aqui é legal, né? Quanto menos abertura, consigo ver lá, a luz passa. Fortaleza, né? E depois eu continuo.